Welcome back to D&D 404. I'm Jared, and joined with me today are the other good deeds that you've done for other people, starting with Dan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dan. I play Minas Pebblewalker of the Ivory Boulders normally, but we'll be playing someone else in Campaign 2 to be talked about next week. And I am the spare change to the homeless person of this podcast. What I do is whenever I find change on the ground, I have this old Tic Tac cup that I keep in my car, and I just keep putting change in there until I see someone who needs money on the side of the road. And that is my good deed that I like to do. What about you, Alec?
Yeah, that's a good one. My name is Alec. I used to play Drell of the Ashbourne. And my good deed is I'm the one that like pulls over and helps like push the car or like helps like roadside people if they need it. Because I've been in this situation where like you're like, fuck, dude, I could really use someone pulling over and helping me. Most recently it was like a lady in the rain. It was like this old lady. She was like broken down, so like I got out and like pushed her car, and then like a few other people like came over and like
real quick, I just have to interject. I did time Tony out for 10 minutes, so he's not allowed to give a...
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I just thought that.
Yep.
Just had to be
600-second timeout. Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Awesome.
What about you, Jared?
I'm Jared. I played Armos, and my good deed that I've done, actually did it today, which is where this whole idea came up from. We go to Chick-fil-A all the time and get the chicken biscuits in the morning. And there's this guy, he's super positive, very nice. He has One Piece on his back of his cell phone, so he's a fellow nerd. Started talking to him, and we see him maybe once a week, and got to know him and found out he was having a wedding. Ended up finding out also that he likes Legos, and got him a Lego set for his wedding. And he barely even know the guy's first name. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's at the
I
drive-thru,
have to ban It's Not Kate now because Tony is using someone to talk through.
But yeah. Pretty good.
What Lego set did you get him?
An Ewok, a collector's, I think it's a collector's item, Ewok thing, but he was into Star Wars Legos. Made sense. But
Okay.
yeah, it was really cool. He was blown away by it. It was a fun time. Fun time.
All right, and that is our intro for the podcast. Welcome back, Tony. And if y'all haven't already done it, please go to Spotify. We have all of Arc 9. The music is all on Spotify for you to use in your home games, or to just listen to on your lonesome, or to throw on at a party, because we got some bops in there, you know? Have a D&D rave one of these nights, like a Sid rave,
Yeah,
you know?
hell yeah.
But without further ado, we're going to get into some Q&A, some questions and answers with Jared here about
That's me.
Armos. We're going to start with Armos from Campaign 1. Stan Honus on Instagram said, my brother wanted to know what inspired you to do your backstory for Campaign 1 and Campaign 2, but we won't talk about that quite yet. Or maybe we will. It's up to you.
You know what? I'll talk about Campaign 2 a little, but it's very, very broad. Very broad.
Okay.
So, with Armos, I had no idea. So it was my first time doing it, and I was so nervous about picking something that I didn't know what to go with. So I was like, you know what? Just make it a blank slate. You know what I mean? I'll be I was the warlock as a tiefling, you know, trope, and also didn't know my backstory trope at the very beginning. But then once me and Tony worked on it a little bit, and he did most of the working, we settled on what it was going to be. And then after that, I think it was a few episodes in that I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm starting to figure out how my character is now, like, you know, how to play him as opposed to how I was envisioning on playing him, which was kind of cool. But that being said, a little sneak peek into Campaign 2 is that we're not doing that. So this one's going to be more thought out, a lot more kind of planned. I'll know a lot more. I learned a lot from Campaign 1, which is kind of type of idea. So no more, what is it, amnesia,
Amnesia,
or
no
whatever
more
it might
amnesia.
be. Yeah, that trope. whatever
And
it
before
might be.
Alec gives us the next question, I am going to say, because I'm seeing people put in the chat, hold your questions right now. We're doing something new this time. If you have a question specifically about Campaign 1, hold it. Once we get through the questions we already got, we're going to open it up to y'all in chat, all right? So keep them there. Keep them with you.
Yeah, I'm trying to
We'll
write
come
down
back to it.
a few as much as I can. The auto mod blocked Armos.
I saw that. I think Tony put a block on Armos because it's such a bad character. You know, he's so problematic.
he's the everyone's scared to say his name. You know,
Yeah.
he may show up, he may do it.
All right, Alec, what we got next?
Okay, so the second question comes from the Discord. Caden Blade asks, do you think playing Armos as a true neutral helped you with your role playing? Second part is, do you think with where you have grown as a player, you're going to try to lock into a more restrictive alignment and have just as much fun?
Interesting. So the first part, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing at the very first one. I started learning about alignments probably pretty early on when I was trying to come up with a backstory, and then I'm like, I don't know what to make this guy. Like, it's so tough to like pick something. But now after that, I definitely locked into where he was positioned. He's basically like, I'll do anything to get his revenge, and that was pretty fun to play. So whatever alignment that would go, chaotic something, I'm sure, of some sort. But as far as the new character or following characters from there, yeah, I'm trying to definitely figure that out so that I can get in the mindset of the character and then role play him a little bit easier, especially being next to Dan and Alex characters, which were just so well thought out. I was just like, oh my god, this is tough. How do I even match this energy? But yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah, it's funny because I think Armos feels like the most thought out character because when you gave Tony free reign, he made it integral to the plot.
Yeah.
So I think that worked to your benefit for sure in that way. But I talked to Jared a little bit. He's got some crazy stuff already planned and a lot of secrets that I don't know.
I'm excited.
But the next question, also from Stan Honus. What was your favorite episode of playing Armos and favorite part of the episode? This might be an obvious one, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, there is the episode, and if you know, you know. That is the most I've thought about, but I will say early on, it's in the 80s, 85 to 90 range. It deals with a castle, and it deals with me chasing something and what happens after I catch that thing. If you know what I'm trying not to give too many spoilers away, but yeah. I think that's when there was a moment where I was like, wait, how can I maximize what I'm about to do here? And that was probably one of my funnest things. I think that's honestly, as far as our podcast, I thought that was going to be our climax. I was like, I don't know how we could do better than those couple episodes in that castle, because that was super fun. I feel like every one of us had something awesome going on. And that was actually a little behind the scenes where when I went to find someone to do a animation for our podcast, easily the first episode that came to mind was that whole thing. So to be seen in the future, hopefully. So, but yeah, I would say that, and then obviously the episode.
Yeah, the episode, the big bang, if you will.
I gotta say, that's one thing that I told Tony going into this next campaign. I definitely was like, hey, I'll play whatever. I'll be the filler. I don't want to step on anyone's toes if they want to definitely be, a melee person or a caster or whatever. I just want to make sure that we have a good mix. and I was like, I'll be, I'll pick last. Basically, is what I wanted to do. But that being said, I couldn't imagine. I love the methodical, like the way that you can be so methodical with spells. I think that's just the funnest thing. So I couldn't imagine playing someone that didn't have some spells.
Quick shout out to Stiefenheimer and Typort, by the way, for figuring out how to get away from the bot.
I'm actually turning it off right now, so just give me one second.
By spelling it literally the letter R and then most. That's good. That's good, guys. That's good.
That's pretty funny.
Someone has to go Phil.
Well, speaking of spells, the fourth question is from no one here in the Discord, and they said, what was your favorite spell, as well as what was your least favorite spell?
Least favorite spell was True Strike. I tried to use that so many times, and I just wanted to, just to utilize it in some way. And after, I don't know how many episodes it took before, it was 30 plus before I realized, you know what? This thing sucks. And I had to get rid of it. I tried, because it was just I was like, I'm going to at least use it once before I make a judgment on it. Before I was like, oh yeah, this thing's pretty bad. But that's easily my worst one. I remember just being like, I don't understand how this works.
I tried to tell him
having a full on crash out.
I tried to tell him not to take it. They made it better in 2024, so maybe you should try it again.
I did see a little bit about it, but yeah. So that's. By the way, I turned auto mod off, so hopefully Armos can let him fly now. Then I would say my favorite spell. I mean, Eldritch Blast was the one I used the most, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. But
I would guess.
So do I.
All right.
Hang on, I'm trying to think.
Alec and I are gonna type in our guesses.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I'm such a bad...
okay. Oh yeah. No, I know what it is. Sorry. I had a brain lapse. I don't know
what is it.
It's a clear winner. There's a clear winner.
All right, I put mine in the chat. But what is it?
Force Cage.
Oh, it is Force Cage, of course.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I thought you were gonna say Polymorph.
Polymorph was awesome,
Polymorph.
But the amount of times I wished it worked more than it did. It the one time it did work was with the that was very crucial and very fun was what the one I previous.
What was yours, Alec?
I thought it was going to be Hurled Through Hell.
Oh yeah, that's
really
really
cool.
cool.
Though. That's not a spell, right?
It's kind of. I'd definitely class it that.
Oh, see, goes to show how much I know about casting.
But Force Cage is amazing. The ambiguity in that spell in the text is just makes my brain happy. There's so many cool ways that you can use that I think they take it away in the newest edition, right? I don't think it has quite
a little.
Yeah.
They made it more I think they just made the text more specific so you can't get away with bullshit.
Armos fuckery that happens.
Tied into this, Infamous Dino was asking, was there any magic item or spell you wanted to use but never got a chance to?
True Strike. No.
Technically, I don't think I ever actually got to use it.
No. Maybe once.
There was when I looked up a bunch of spells, there were some that were just amazing sounding. I think it was Meteor or is it Comet or something like that you could do, but you can't use it as a warlock. So there's those things that I wouldn't have ever had access to, which would have been cool. But as far as the ones that I got to use, I do have one. I used it towards the end, and it didn't work, and I wished it did. It was a mind spell, and I'm blanking on the name of it. We used it again. We were in Arc 9. I used it on one of the bosses and it didn't work. And I remember being like, oh god, this would have been so cool and perfect moment, but it was an 8th or 9th level spell. But yeah, that was about the only one. I'll look up the name
Gotcha.
before keeping us without putting us off track too much. But
What's the
let's see
next
if I can
question
figure it
now?
out.
Yeah.
Next question.
So the next question comes from the Discord as well, and Shirley asks, "How much of Armos is you, or how much of you is in Armos?"
Interchangeable is my answer. No.
I don't know. I don't know where he is, actually.
The line is blurred.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Lines blurred.
There is a lot of him in there, but like his willingness to do whatever to willingness to be uncompromised in his goal is definitely Armos.
Both
more than it is.
perfectionists.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, true.
Jared's like, this is gonna go this way. Armos is like, we're gonna do this.
Well, I would also say one of the things that, at least from like the viewage of, someone else on the podcast, one of the things that is definitely in Armos that is also in Jared is the methodical thinking of how many ways to attack one problem. Like, for sure. Like, just like thinking of all the different types of solutions you could come up to problem solve something, for sure.
There's so many clips of us on the cutting room floor of me being like, no, you don't understand. If we go there, then this happens, and then this happens. But if we go this way, then it's this, and then this. So we should maybe think about and then Dan and Alec are like, I don't care. Let's just go right. And I'm like, no, but you don't understand. We got to think this through.
Right.
No, there is a lot in there. And I think that's the hardest part is going into the next campaign is trying to make it like less. It's so like, I mean, he's maybe one of the only characters like, I mean, other than the ones that you guys have heard every character that I've played, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. There's no extras other than maybe Sprocket, which I think even a few people have heard.
Oh,
But
yes.
yeah. So
Sprocket's out of podcast, technically.
yeah, which he's amazing. But I feel like that's the hardest part is like knowing when to not put so much of yourself into a character, but then also put, you know what I mean? I don't know. But
Steffenheimer had a pretty good question as well from the Discord. If you could go back and change one decision in Campaign 1, what would it be and why?
decision. Man, of the entire podcast, like I'm trying to think of a minor one or like a major one.
Right? Nax is a good one
That's
from Tony.
one of the ones that definitely came to mind. I think it definitely.
I have an obvious one for Minas if this question's brought up next week.
I'm trying to think of any that I would have done differently. I'm sure there is like minor things, but yeah, I think Nax might have been one of the biggest ones. But it was also like, I think it plays to his character though. Like at the same time, because I'm like, okay, my character would not. He doesn't want to deal with this. So I think it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I can't think of anything like major. Man, it's such a good question that I really need a little bit more time to think about. I'm sure there's more that is just blatantly obvious.
If it comes up back to you, if you think of one, we'll bring it up.
I will
Let's bring
say
it up.
everything that happens Arc 9, absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, I couldn't have wrote anything better for that to happen. Like, I'm proud of everything that happens at the end.
Kissing off an old god.
Nope. Doesn't regret that in the slightest to this day.
Minus feels bad about it because Drell yelled at him about it.
Oh yeah. But
Well, speaking of Armos in this day, Small Bear Hubby asks, do you think Armos will find love beyond his animals? And if so, how many kids do you think he could tolerate having?
I don't think he's that kind of guy. I don't think he's that kind of guy. He I don't know. He's too hot-headed. It would take someone with some patience for him. He barely got through 2 people putting up with him for 4 years, I'm sure. But
Yeah, I kind of put all these questions together at the end. They're all kind of similar.
Yeah.
Because XD Night Owl also asked, is there anything that you love about Armos, Reginald, and why? And Stiefenheimer also asked, are you going to miss Reginald in the new campaign?
oh, yeah. Definitely. I think it's such a good story. Like, I think that's the biggest one. We even talked to Tony and made sure that, like, hey, I don't think this is revealing too much, but we even asked Tony if he, like, hey, I mean, one of us could have something if you wanted, is there something you want to, that you would like to participate in or anything like that? And he was like, no, just make whatever character. And I even had an idea that we could maybe run with for part of it, and he was like, no, it's fine. So we definitely thought about it just because it was such an impactful piece of campaign 1 that we wanted to definitely throw out there for another go at it. But I think adding our other cast member is going to be pretty huge to fill that Tony void. But it was great. I wouldn't. It is going to be missed for sure. But
Definitely.
What was
gonna miss
the
Reginald.
first part of the question? That was kind of rolled into one. It was about Reginald and what was the
Yeah,
other
well,
pieces?
like, what did
Parts
you
I-
like the most about Armos and Reginald? Like that relationship?
It was not perfect, I think is the best part. And it was just, 2 people, there was a lot of give and then a lot of take, and it was just this constant, like, battle of whatever you want to call it, wits, power, whatever it might be at some points. But no, I think it was a fun dynamic to roleplay for sure.
Yeah. And you actually technically already answered Cinder Slime, where Cinder Slime asked, will you have another companion? I can speak today. Like
Yeah.
Reginald.
Yeah, I think we
Maybe
answered
if we
that,
find
but-
one, right? Like,
Yeah, it's not out of the, like, if Dan charms another snake, type of situation, maybe that something
Yeah.
like that could happen. But
Yeah.
it's currently not in the playbook of the start. So who's to know?
used to know.
Well, let's see. Okay, so Master Wolf Nathan in the Discord asks, did you mean for a patient to be the big bad, or was that Tony's decision?
Do you know what he means by patient? Because I had no idea what this meant.
Oh, patron.
Patron!
Is that what he means?
Are you in the chat? Did you mean patron?
Patient.
Oh,
Maybe it autocorrected.
maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it's patron. Patreon, like a Patreon person. I more so threw this in because I was confused by the question.
So that's why you
Patron
lined it
sounds
up
right.
so I would ask it, right? No.
Yes.
Okay, so you want me to do the next one then, Dan, or you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Yeah, just to, like, try to answer that, I guess, is that I didn't know what was gonna happen at the very beginning with it. I assumed everything was just gonna be puppies and rainbows, and then once we got to Arc 9, I was, very started seeing the wallpaper coming off the sides of the house all of a sudden. Now I'm like, uh-oh. But no, I think that it was good. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else it could mean, but I think it was patron, if I had to take a guess.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah, I'm reading it a few times. Okay, so Leilani asks in the Discord, did you come up with your own ending in campaign 1, or did Tony come up with it?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
like going off and like how you finished Armos' story.
Yeah.
It's a really good behind the scenes question.
It is. The entire I don't know if we've even said this out loud.
No,
not,
actually, we have not.
we all wrote our own kind of like, okay, if things go really well, what does that look like? And if things go really bad, what does that look like? So we didn't know, like, the idea of our characters, making it out or whatever it might be. But basically, we had 2 envelopes, and it's like, if character succeeds, read, envelope A, and if they don't, envelope B. So there was a lot of fail safes just in case. But yeah, I couldn't be more proud of the last line of campaign 1, and I'm so it still gives me chills that I worked on that for so long, so long, and then I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it because I was getting emotional. So I was like, Tony, you gotta read it. You gotta read it. I can't. It's too.
Next time you have to read it.
Yeah,
That's the point.
I know, but
Oh,
it was,
man.
it was too good. But no, yeah,
Yeah,
we
Tony
ended up
obviously
coming
filled
up
in the
with
blanks. We gave broad
Yeah,
strokes,
yeah, yeah.
and he made it specific in the end.
We gave him the framework, what we wanted to be, and then he made little adjustments and things like
Yeah.
that. And then
Do you have any insight on that, Alec? I feel like this is kind of a 3-parter for all of us.
Inside to what? The actual question?
Like, what you wrote your own.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
Jared, I think, explained it pretty well. We were given, okay, if things go right, what does, Drell's future look like? If things go bad, how do you think it impacts, the people you care about or something like that? So
I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff that he asked us,
Like, where would they be in 5 years?
Oh,
10
yeah.
years, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Fun fact for the audience: Drell's final outro music is my favorite outro music.
Drell's outro.
Yeah,
You mean, in the final
Drell's,
episode.
Yeah, your jazzy kind of winter vibe music is with the guitar is awesome.
Yeah, it is good.
It just fits so well. It fits so well for what Drell's campaign has been, I thought.
The jazz, man. That's what it is.
The jazz, man.
that was a great question.
Really good question.
Yeah, it was.
And you know what time it is? It's time. We're going to open it up. Not too many questions because otherwise this will go for hours. But we're going to take a few more questions live from Twitch. Do you have any more questions, everybody, about Campaign 1 before we move on? Let's see those in the chat. And I might go up and read
this
some fun
is
stuff
one
as we go.
This was one that I said I was going to copy and read later. It said, if you replayed the campaign with the knowledge you have now, what would you do differently?
Oh man. Good
Right?
question. Heifenheimer, what NPC did you hate the most to deal with? I think we know Armos's.
Which one?
It's got to be Jack Bolsingi.
Yeah, of course. I was making sure we're on the same page there. I can think of a few that I didn't like.
Oh, someone's got a question about Humbrea's heroes. That's fun. Throw it in while Jared answers the one he copied, though.
Yeah, ask Umbria's heroes. Yeah, so I think just everyone, I guess let's each answer one of these. If you had to replay the campaign with the knowledge you have now, what would you do differently? I don't think I would do anything as far as character stats or anything like that differently. I think every spell I took, other than True Strike. I think I would have kept mostly the same. I think I would have taken the same upgrades. Getting to level 20 as a warlock, I still would do, like, that was just like an achievement I wanted to do. As far as like role playing and things like that, I do think he needed a different voice, which I think may be one of the biggest things. Like going back and listening to episodes, that's my biggest like thing that I didn't love.
Gotcha.
But I think that's maybe something I would do differently. That's, you know, probably not as a cool answer as maybe we were hoping for, but.
Dude, the reason I was stifling laughter was because Typort asked, why is Ecom afraid of women?
They have cooties. It was something I was trying to, like, I don't know if you know, but, like, I'm trying to play other versions of characters that are so massively different than Armos that it's so hard to... I mean, we played my only character, basically, you know, for other than Humbre's heroes and maybe one or two others, is only been Armos. So it's like, okay, I gotta figure out like other, like imagine if you're an action, you know, superstar like actor, but then you want to do drama. It's like, okay, you gotta like, you gotta start somewhere. So it's like, let me start to make him afraid in some places. Which is kind of cool. So, but what's your guys' answers to that question?
Well,
with the replay in the campaign.
Wait,
Alec,
yeah,
you're on
I'll
mute.
give you all a little bit of that.
So I covered mine last week, and I don't know. I guess we could have Dan answer it too. I don't want to have Dan give away too much.
Yeah, maybe I should just answer it next time because Alec had a really good response.
Did I?
Keep saying it. I think we just keep having him say it every time.
It was just I probably wouldn't multi-class.
Oh, that's right.
I would probably just decide to do like what you did and just go like 100% level 20 warrior or fighter. Playing too much World of Warcraft. Too much like level 20 fighter. So yeah, I mean it's fun. Like I liked it, but I think that's like literally the only thing I would probably change.
And somebody asked that again next week for me.
Okay, yeah. We'll save Dan's for his. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
They want to get
It's
to
such a
campaign
good-
2 stuff.
It's such a good question that I was like, I hate like answering it just by myself because it's so good.
Yeah. I got a few extras here before we get into campaign 2, just because they are great. Do you think playing Armos... no, we already answered this. Have you ever... This is Cinder Slime, by the way.
Okay.
Have you ever had to roll for a weapon hit?
Roll for a weapon. Oh, like did I attack with my like staff or something?
Yeah.
I think I did. I attacked with the squid staff once.
You shot a crossbow too, right? Like
I
early?
think I
thought,
did.
Like early episodes, you shot a crossbow.
I think so.
Oh, I think you're right, actually. He definitely did his crossbow.
Like, he was literally,
that's a good
I
shout,
was gonna
Alec.
say super early. Like,
I think that's about the most. Other than that, I was
Yeah.
just like, dude, my guy's a caster. I was like, and yeah, I'm glad that I had those
Mm-hmm.
opportunities to see how that combat went, and then realizing, oh, I'm back here. I'm gonna go back
Yeah.
this way. I'm gonna
What's
be
funny is-
300 feet this way. Hang on one second.
I think the funny thing about that answer is I think he just meant it as like you as an individual person. Have you ever rolled a hit? Because you keep playing like spell.
Yeah,
But you have as ecom. I know that.
yes,
obviously, with the
many
spirit.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is cool.
What's the next oddball question we got, Alec?
this one is also from Animaster, and it says, "Do you have any remorse for getting people hooked on the Chick-fil-A breakfast menu?"
Not at all. We just talked about this. Absolutely not. It's amazing. I got a hook up at our local Chick-fil-A, and yeah, got him a Lego set for his wedding that he just had over the weekend. So nope, not at all. Make friends. do biscuits.
What level
pretty-
rewards tier are you at Chick-fil-A?
Oh,
You know what? I keep getting like exclusive, like, hey, you're part of the crew now, so here's a special thing that we're doing. Let me see.
I've noticed
Is
you've
it-
come in a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't always order on here. Where does it say?
It's serendipitous because I put
A
that
red
question
member?
on here before
I don't
he
think it
answered.
shows-
He
what's,
knew this.
What's red member? Is that
think-
a big one?
I think that's literally the highest tier you could be. I'm pretty sure.
That tracks.
Oh no!
I'm so glad you
Oh
just
no,
outed
sorry.
Jared for that, Alec.
Red members are the second highest tier you could be.
Second, okay.
Chick-fil-A signature member. Chick-fil-A 1 members are the highest tier you could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life. So I don't always order on the app, so I don't get a lot of my points, which I should.
Yeah, just scan
But
they
lifetime
have a QR
points-
code. Just scan the QR code.
I know, I need to, but lifetime points 9,564. How about that? So
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, I have
And that's-
6,200.
yeah, maybe like once a week, twice a week. This week.
But strictly
reason-
breakfast, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
The reason, by the way, Alex
Chicken
said
biscuit.
this is also Animaster is because he skipped a question by accident.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoops. I thought Dan read that one.
The next question from Animaster is: since you've played melee combat and ranged combat, do you have a preference on which is better?
oh, it's range. Without a doubt. No, I said it already, but like just spells, being able to be methodical and
Yeah.
like the can you say the word now?
Imbued?
Ambiguous.
Oh, ambiguous.
Yeah, the way that how the text is very ambiguous makes me happy. And there's like, well, it says, you know what I mean, type of thing. So how do we want to play this? I like living in that ambiguity little thing. With a hit, it's very like obvious, and I wish I could play that better. Like that's not that, you know, melee sucks in my opinion. I just wish I could play better. That was me with Ecom trying to do that with the Umbrae's Heroes, is being like, okay, what can make this really cool? So I was trying to describe attacks and things like that. But yeah, in my mind, like I couldn't like I even told Tony this. I was like, I couldn't imagine playing D&D as a melee person. It just isn't my cup of tea. Like spells
Makes sense.
and finger guns.
All right, I think it's Twitch time.
Twitch
Alec,
time?
give us some Twitch ones before we move on to campaign 2 stuff.
Yeah. So one of the Twitch ones we have, Typeport816 asks, "Are you guys dressing as your characters for Halloween?"
Oh my god.
I'd have to do the shoe thing on my knees.
Oh,
You
why?
would-
Wait.
You would actually have
Oh,
to
for Menace.
cut your hair into a mohawk too.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I would just wear a bald cap, but you can't do that. so-
Oh my god. You know what? Oh my god. Why did I not think of this? For Kickstarter, that should be one
Must
of
be a
our
12-hour
stretch
stream.
rewards. Well, I was gonna say a stretch reward. Like if we get it
stretch
to
reward?
like,
Oh my goodness.
say we get it to 10,000,
Oh.
which is wild, which I doubt we'll ever get to. But we could do like a cosplay.
All right,
as
fine.
our
We get to
characters.
10,000, we'll cosplay as our characters.
That would be really funny.
Like I know mine's kind of bad, but Alex's is kind of not fun either.
Yeah. Then we have to go
And
into
mine
Jared's
isn't?
local Chick-fil-A and buy Chick-fil-A breakfast as our characters.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Easy. We'll hit up scooters on the way back too.
Yeah.
All right, here's one
That's
from
a good
Shark.
question.
Not sure if this is where to ask, but this is for everyone. I'm starting 2 campaigns. One we might be a podcast, but how do you all create your characters and their backstories? How in depth do you go, and do you ever use AI for help? I have one friend who made a whole village with shops and a ton of NPCs.
Yeah, as far as characters, I mean, honestly, that was like the hardest part. Is like when you're starting a character, you're on a blank piece of paper in front of you, and it can be, this crazy work of art, or it can be just like a silly story that you want to tell. So first, you got to figure out the tone that you want to go with. Like, there's nothing that you can have a serious story and just have funny things happen along the way. So it was like it's such a process trying to figure out like what story do you want to tell. If you want to get like really in the weeds, like, do you want it to be meaningful and have some like, really cool outcome at the end? Like, what do you want your character's arc to be? Like, not only think of they want to be at the beginning, but where they want to be at the end as well. Like, is there growth? Like, what would you hope that they become? Like, luckily with Armos, I was able to, like, there was nowhere to go but up because there was a blank slate behind me. So kind of fell into, luckily, this great arc that he went through. But with others, like, Dan's character was so well thought out that I was like, oh my God, I'm stressed out just looking at the amount of work he put into it. So going into this next campaign, I had that same idea. I was like, I have a story that I want to tell, and I'm going to try to put as much work into it at the beginning so that things fall into place as opposed to stumbling into them, type of thing. So just,
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's my thought. What about you guys? What do you think?
What you got, Alec? Thinking.
Why don't you go first, Dan?
I will try. All right, so I'll give you broad strokes, not on Minus specifically. The most interesting characters come from integral flaws. So I always start my character writing with flaws. The flaws need to be directly related to the story and to the kind of character progression that you want to have. So for Minus, his biggest flaw was, I said I was going to talk about Minus, but here we are. His biggest flaw was his pride. And he has a Napoleon complex, so he wants to be like all the bigger Minotaurs, and he did not start his life training the way he should to be a proper ranger because he was trying to do too many things and trying to be strong like the other Minotaurs. So that's why his strength stat is +2, because he thought he needed that strength to be good and to be considered a good Minotaur. And that created this whole very deep, character arc for Minus of growing past that and needing to become better than the tribe, discovering himself and what makes him strong in his own right. So always start with integral flaws. I think that would be the specific way to put it. That's what I got.
Yeah. I think that is a good starting point, like identifying like either gaps or problems or issues that your character might have, and then kind of building your character around that, and helping develop that character's personality. I think is probably a pretty easy way to go. When it comes to like using like AI and stuff, I definitely don't use it in the sense of like helping develop like the backstory or using it for like helping design my character or my character's attitude or anything like that. I really only use it for like, I can't come up with any fucking names. Like it's really names. Like I can't come up with fucking 10 relatives names that Tony wants and all these other people that Tony wants names for. So I just I'll use like some sort of AI stuff for, be like, give me Eladrin fucking fall Eladrin names and just stuff like that. Like very like surface level things.
Love it. I think it's all very good things to take with you into building your characters for the campaigns if you want them to be, very dynamic, because everybody's concerned about them being feeling lived in, real characters. So I think all those things, if you follow those 3 things, will at least get you most half of the way at least.
And it also depends on like, the story you want to tell. Like if you want to just be the biggest, baddest, whatever, and you don't want to have any flaws, like go play that. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you want to make something really interesting and heartfelt, then definitely go these approaches. But yeah, it just depends on the vibe you're going for. But no, those are good answers.
All right, Alec, let's give us one more Twitch comment or question before we move on here.
Okay. Stiffenheimer is going to be asking, how many blood shards does it take to make Armos truly happy?
How
All
many
of
blood
them?
shards could
All of them.
Armos chuck? if
Wait,
an
wait. The
Armos
correct
could chuck
answer is
blood
yes.
shards?
The correct answer is yes.
Yeah.
He had a mission and he was very effective at getting those blood shards. So, yeah.
That it was.
But no, I think that I don't think there would have been enough, which was pretty cool. So,
All right, let's get to the good stuff. We all know you're here for Campaign 2 stuff. And Jacob Hudson asked, best question that anybody's asked, what's your new character?
oh, that's great.
they just want to know, what's your new character, Jared?
Yeah, so he's a tabaxi. And you know what? Let me pull up my little document because I don't want to say things. I have it all written down, and I don't want to say things
without
that I'm
too
not
many
supposed
spoilers.
to. Yeah. So he's going to be a red panda, and we flavored it to be a tabaxi. And he's going to be a scion. So a scion is a new class in the Unearthed Arcana, and I thought once I read about it, I instantly was like, what would be something fun for people who are, veterans of D&D to like tune in and listen to, and be like, oh, that's really interesting, because like I knew the classes that everyone else was going, and I was like, okay, let me pick something that maybe someone hasn't gone yet, and I started looking, and then I stumbled upon that these were going to be coming out here pretty soon, but before the end of the year is what the thing said. So I was like, okay, I got to do this. I was like, it's just going to be too much fun. So that's the plan, is to go with that route, just to see how it turns out, and then also to see maybe it's just really, really fun and maybe gets other people into it, or the struggles I may have along the way. So I think it's a new interesting idea for to throw out there. So
Yeah. So I'm excited. I didn't know what that was until you mentioned it.
oh, the scion.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't want to say what the subclass will be, because it might I think it'll be more exciting once we
I'm definitely
once
not
we get
saying
there.
my
But for
subclass. People
the
can
for the
probably
scion,
guess,
there's four different subclasses. So you can probably guess which one I'm not gonna do. There's one that is pretty obvious with everything that we've said that I'm probably not gonna do. So
Right.
but other than that, I don't know what else I can share. I've put a lot of time and effort into it. The everything from where he's from to where I hope he goes, if all things go right type of situation, or where I want him to go. And then, may throw that all away depending on, how the campaign's going. So
Quick one before moving on. Collins asked character name.
ooh, okay, so this took Dan will tell you, it took me months
So
to
long.
figure it out. It's because I was like, Armos is such a awesome name, such an awesome name. Like I can't.
Barmos. It's Barmos.
Yeah.
And season 3 will be Carmos.
Exactly.
Oh my god. So that was one of the ideas that I had. I was like, oh, how cool would it be if I changed the letter from an A to a B, and then his last letter and then just do like some kind of fun, tricky stuff like that.
Armos Xanon.
Right? Yeah. Something similar, but so then we ended up going down I went down a rabbit hole. I had probably at one point 30 names that were like maybes, but none of them really stuck out. And then like I just never found the one that really stuck with it. And then I think, was it you, Dan, that I was talking to?
Mm-hmm.
And then Dan started throwing out some ideas, and all of a sudden, as soon as I heard one, I was like, ooh, that's a good one. And then, so what we're going with is Myelin.
Myelin.
Yep. So, there's...
Cool last name.
It is, yeah. It will be... I don't want to say any more about it, but that's his name.
What is it? Myelin Axon? Myelin Vaxon?
Vaxon, yep.
That's the new trend. It's going to be a V last name every time.
I know. As soon as it's and even the last name took me forever to
don't notice.
took me forever to come up with, but there's it's perfect. It's a perfect first and last name. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
It's
All right, Alec, did we have any less obvious questions than who's his character?
sorry.
So Clouds Are Nice One asked, will your new character play similarly to Armos?
Oh.
Ooh. Act? Absolutely not. That was kind of the goal when I started this, is that I wanted to do something very different. Which is kind of hard because I put a lot of I'm 4 years into one character. Trying to play something else is very tough. That's why it was nice to play the Holbeck Humanitarians and things like that, so that I can wing myself off of the addicting blood shard demon known as Armos. But as far as play, I think you can put some pieces together.
I think all of our characters will have... I don't know about you, Alec, but I always want to have one or two things that I carry with me in these campaigns.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have a fucking journal. That's just always going to be a part of my character in some way.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, did you bring anything over from your last character that you're...
I'm always gonna have some sort of note-taking thing in my character design. Whether it's good note-taking or bad note-taking, that's to be determined. But
Right.
my character will always have some sort of note-taking aspect because of the recaps that we've done
Yeah,
in the past. So I'm gonna carry that with me.
pretty good.
What about you, Alec?
I see. One of the things I talked about last week was not wanting to play Drell 2.0.
Yeah.
So I feel like there will be those inevitable things I bring over, or subconscious things I bring over. But I don't have anything like a character trait I want all my characters to have. And that's maybe just stems from the fact is I just want to try to play something completely different and see if it sticks. Now, if he slowly starts to take on Drell characteristics, maybe that's just Alec characteristics that are coming out in a new character. But nothing... I guess I can't think of anything off the top of my head now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun question.
With my character, I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to do something with the name to make it something all the characters that I play would have some kind of, play on a letter or something like that. But I will say the thing that will be coming over that Armos has, that I have, that this character will have, is a scar on their eyebrow. That's just one of the silly things that I'm gonna just character-wise that I'll probably keep bringing over or something like that.
Physical trait, right? That's a cool one.
Yeah, something.
And they're always going to be scheming. Jared's a schemer.
There's no way I can't. You try to tell me not to breathe. I have to do it. I
There
have
it is.
to
All
do
right.
it.
I had to get that out of him because that I knew. I was like, he's always gonna be scheming. This son of a bitch. All right, Marcus, aka Julius Kendrick, are you considering multi-classing in this campaign?
Ooh, I don't know. It really depends on how. Like I said, we're gonna know like how the Scion goes, and I'll know right away. Like, oh hey, you know what? Maybe this is a little too difficult, or maybe this is going way too well. You know, I don't know if like how balanced it is or like whatever. So I'll know right away if I'll need to pivot to somewhere. But I'm not set on being a level 20 Scion at this point. Like I can be. My character right now is like water. He can be whatever. When I started last one, I was like, I'm gonna have a level 20 warlock. I was like, I don't care. Nothing was gonna persuade me. There's no doubt in my mind. So
Definitely bring that
that's a good
question back
question.
for me next week, Julius.
Right.
I got an answer for you. For me.
wait, what's Julius's name in here? didn't see it.
No, it's in the thing. He was asking questions in the Discord.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Marcus.
Okay, and then it looks like the last question we have from Campaign 2 on our side, before we open up the call line, is also from Julius Kendrick, and he says, or is asking, will you be doing an actual voice this time, or will you be just you again?
Okay, first off, just me was enough. You know what I mean? Hang on a second. But no. I definitely want to do a voice. Just like the name and how there was like 30 iterations of the name before settling on one. It's same with the voice, and I still frantically it's going to be up to the wire what it's going to be. Like I still haven't settled on one. I'm still stressing massively about it because I want it to be really, really well done and fit his like personality and everything. So, yep. Can't give you a demo yet, but you'll know pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though.
All
I
right,
definitely want to like step it up, especially with
Yeah.
freaking these guys around here. Like,
Dude, I'll never forget thinking I like had everything figured out with my character. I was like, I have so much backstory, this and that. And then Alec comes in and he just hits me with like the most thought out character introduction I've ever heard in my life. And I was sitting there going, I'm a fraud. This is like, what am I doing? I should be playing D&D.
Like a character
Right.
description?
Yeah, you came in and you were like, Drell is the blah, 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 blah. And you had this thing prepared. And I was like, oh my God.
I think I could probably find it too.
I remember, yeah. Now
Everybody
imagine me. I was like, I don't know. He's red. I didn't even know I had a tail until we got our character art, which was like,
Oh,
I don't even know, 20 episodes
Oh, yeah.
later. I didn't know tieflings had tails.
I forgot.
Like that's how new we were into D&D.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys, I also found some of the files that I lost when I reformatted my computer. And
nice.
in them was my D&D notes that does include the actual stats that Tony sent me for the Giant Slayer. So it is now proof.
Ooh, it's canon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Canon.
Yeah, because last week Tony tried to say that what he told me was different from then what was, but it's also been proven multiple times now in the Discord by the
In
listeners.
the podcast, yeah.
They've been calling him out all day in Discord, so it's good.
We got a bunch of note takers in there.
Yep.
All right.
Shout out to the note takers.
Big shout out. We could go all night, but I'm going to say everybody right now in Twitch, just start typing any last questions you have.
Yo,
Each of
I'll
us is
rapid
going
fire
to pick
right now.
one. Each of us is
Okay.
going to pick one. I'm going to pick one, then Alec will pick one, then Jared will pick one to end it. So
Yeah.
right now, everybody rapid fire any questions that weren't answered for Armos.
We're doing one of these next week, right?
Yeah, it's Minus next week. It is me.
Yep.
So it'll
So
be me.
if while everyone's getting ready typing, if you haven't stopped by, make sure to stop by next Monday, same time.
9 p.m. EST, twitch.tv/DND404.
Yep, and you can ask your questions and get them answered.
What you
And
didn't
also
hear in the
come in
podcast
that way.
version is we chill with everybody for like 10 minutes before we actually start trying to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Or, trying to figure out how to word things.
Yeah.
You really get to see how the sausage is made, is what what I said earlier.
All right, I'm gonna pick the first one.
Oh.
All right,
Oh,
pizza or taco?
that's the one I was
That
going
was
to go.
the one I was gonna pick.
Yeah, it's a good one. You know what? Go for it.
For me?
Yeah.
Pizza. That's a hard question, but pizza. God, I love tacos, but pizza.
Hang on.
What you, Alec?
Oh, well, I feel like I'm going to be the odd man out, so I'm just going to get this out of the way. Tacos. 1,000%. Yeah.
I think you are gonna be that's a very thin line though between tacos and pizza. I do love me a taco.
Don't get me wrong. I love pizza, but it's tacos.
Maybe it'll change once you come out to New Haven and I give you some New Haven
Specifically,
pizza.
Pastor tacos. Love Pastor tacos.
Yes, dude.
Oh,
yeah, pastor tacos. El pastor.
See, I knew Jared was going to be pizza. That's why I had to get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Careful, you're doxing yourself with a pizza box.
What?
Not really.
Nothing there.
All right, Alec, pick one of these questions in Twitch
Pick a
chat.
one. I will want to add on one more thing. The older I get, the more tacos are pretty amazing.
Good. All right. I like to hear that.
I'll go with the one from Infamous Dino, and they're asking, what kind of story are you hoping for your characters in Campaign 2?
Ooh, what kind of? Wait, say
A real question.
What kind of story
was
are we
it again?
hoping for? Like,
Ooh,
for our
okay.
characters to experience?
Yeah.
Birria tacos, by the way.
Oh, dude,
shout
those are
out.
so fucking good.
Top 3 is birria. All right, continue.
With the little bowl of soulmate. Oof. Don't get me started on that,
Yeah.
dude.
what kind of story are you hoping for your character? I want it to be the way that Campaign 1 ended is what I think was, for my character specifically, like, I mean, the other guys, I'm just trying to think of, I'm just speaking for myself here. I want that more sprinkled out through the campaign, which is really hard to do. So I hope that I can accomplish something like that. Because like after that ending and writing that ending, I still can't even listen to it without getting chills because I was just like, oh, it's so good. Like, I don't even care if anyone else likes it. I don't care. It's my favorite thing that I've like got to do. And so I just hope that I could hope that I can accomplish something like that sprinkled out so that it's not just, it doesn't take 4 years to get there. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And then,
Dan, what about you?
Well, I'm going to answer that next week. That's a
Okay.
that's a good one to bring back next week. Bring that back next
right.
week. Come back next
right,
week and put that in the Discord or Instagram because I'm thinking about it. But pick the last question, Jared, that you want to answer before we do the Patreon shout-outs.
I have so much. I wasn't reading it because I was thinking about pizza.
I know.
Here, wait. I'll rapid fire. Little Caesars all the way. Yes, is for the price. Yes. If you had to choose to save one of your characters from falling off a cliff or a death, explain to their family what happened. Who would you choose? Menace, because he's lovable. Armos is ready to die at any moment, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, to save one of your characters. from
Yeah.
falling off a cliff.
So, yeah, I'm going to have to say,
But then you'd have to
I think-
explain it to them, right?
yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Menace can be mad at me. I don't care.
All right.
What do you think Armos eventually died, whatever he did? Probably tracking down, or probably pissed off a god. I'm pretty sure that's the way it goes out. I can't
100%.
imagine.
In some
that
hilarious way. Just smited.
I'm gonna say he either makes it or he doesn't. He was on a mission. So I cried. Have you all decided on your alignments? Yeah, I think I got an idea as far as where that goes and character growth. And '07, now you have. Oh, that was something else. Okay, is there any others? I think I rapid fired them.
That was good. That was good.
I think that's good.
Oh, is your story revenge or valor? Ooh.
I don't know enough about your character to even guess.
I don't think it's either. I don't think it's either. Believe it or not, I don't think it's either.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
It's not bad.
That's the most I'm gonna. We're gonna end on that. That's the most I can tell you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you have one last maybe comment about your character you want to say, or are you happy with that? We wrapped up.
I like him so much. When I will say this, I love red pandas, and so they're my favorite thing. I look at red pandas. If I'm having a stressful day, I will pull up. I'll just Google red pandas, and then it's just great. Recently, there's a red panda that, a children's zoo near where I live just got red pandas. I am going to try everything I can to get a picture with a red panda, even if they're in their exposure. I don't want to come into their house or whatever, but I want to get a picture with that red panda before we drop the first episode. So love red pandas. They're amazing. I'm trying to learn as much about them as I can so that I can mimic some of their fun things with my character. And I am so excited for this campaign and to get this underway. So
Yes, sir.
put a lot of work into it.
All right. Suggestion, Jared.
Oh,
What should we be
suggestion?
watching or playing or doing?
Playing or doing? I got a few game suggestions if you want.
Yeah.
If you're
Here's the
into roguelites, let me throw out a little game. If you've played Path of Exile and you're a fan of a part of that game that is the skill gems, if you like that and you like roguelites, Shape of Dreams, awesome. If you're into Hades 2 and you like that, but you want a multiplayer, Sworn, SWORN, great game. And Megabonk, if you like running around just having fun time. 3 games that I've been playing lately. There you go.
3.
Boom.
Woo. There we go. All right, everybody. We're going to wrap it up in a second, but without further ado, I am going to shout out the Patreon. Sorry we don't have the new format figured out yet, but we are doing it at the moment. Starting with the top of the tier, that's going to be the Bloodshard Bandits. That is Artemis, Marcus, Rico, Benjamin Hayes, Amanda Dulong, Sly, Satanic Panic, Knockmock, Shirley, and Philip Buxton. The Sidgwick College alumni are Robert Crisp, Sergio Rodriguez, Saint Chaos, Patrick Wennerstrom, David LaChance, Casey, Humbrea's Heroes, Felipe Gonzalez, D&D Virgin, Johnny Tar, John Carroll, Toby Large, Drown, Cypress, Daywind, Jet, Tillich, Brigadier Bjorn, Nico, Tim, Camel, Chris Can, and there's one I am definitely missing that is a new one that I will say as Jared says one more thing about his character.
I closed my document of things I can't say and things I can't say, so now I'm trying to look at it. Alex is gonna fill in this void while I look for that. And
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yes, Bree Carlson
There
and
we
Night
go.
Owl. Thank you for joining the Humbrea's Heroes. That's going to do it for today. Alex, send us out with the most goodbye.
Give me your blood shards. Now.
Yeah, Armos, give me your blood shards. Come on.